Welcome back, chat, to another Davis Does Weather live stream. Today we're here doing something just a little bit different than what we usually do. We're not doing severe weather coverage today, or winter storm coverage, or even wildfire coverage, or anything like that. Today we're doing something a little bit more interesting. If you take a look at the top right-hand corner of the screen right up there, you can see we've got a little bingo card set up there, and today we're going to be setting up our 2025 weather bingo card. So basically what I want from you guys this stream is to leave down some suggestions below in the chat as to what we should put on this card. So far, the only thing that I have filled out is the free space, which we're counting as the California wildfires, because obviously that's already happened, so that doesn't really count. So let's try and get some good, accurate, but specific predictions in here today. Please only put things, don't put like tornado this year. Like, obviously that's going to happen. Let's try to get a little bit more specific and see if we can get some crazy guesses out of everybody here tonight. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. What's going on? McCormick, Roman, Mr. Twister, Random, Texan Guy, Arcs Asylum. You're sick right now? Dang. What's up, Sharon? Cardboard Box, Mr. Storm. How's it going, everybody? What's up, Gooseman, Alan Crow? Saw some of you guys in the chat here just before we started to stream. What's up, Jerry? Boredness. What's going on, everybody? So, I'm already seeing a lot of suggestions in the chat. So, not only do we have this little copy here in the top right-hand corner of your screen, but if we take a look at this here, I do have a little paper copy as well in case the file for this does get corrupted for whatever reason at some point throughout the year, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't have a lot of faith that I can hold on to a file for an entire year straight, so just in case, I got a little paper copy on the side here. So, again, I'm already seeing a ton of suggestions coming through, so I think, again, we're going to include here, we're going to try to include as many people's suggestions as possible, but the first one that I see that I really like is 2 high-risk days. That's from Mr. Storm. The reason I like that one is because it is oddly specific. It is something that could realistically happen, but it's not guaranteed to happen. So we're going to put 2 high risks on the board. That's not just biased because he's my friend, okay? I really do think that's a good suggestion. So if we change that text there over to pink, we can go ahead and throw this on the board. We'll throw it in the top right-hand corner to start off with. And to get this updated on your guys' screen, all I have to do is click this little button. Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, yes, it did. Look at that. Look at how fancy I am. What's up, Val? What's up, everybody? Phoenix gets a tornado warning. That's not a terrible guess. Blizzard in April. I kind of like those things. They're oddly specific. We'll do tornado warning for Phoenix. I think that's a oddly specific enough one to throw on there. So we'll say tornado warning for Phoenix. We'll throw that up there. We'll throw it onto some red text. There we go. Since it is a tornado warning. And we'll get that pulled up on your screen there in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, I don't know why I'm making this so dramatic. Let's just do it. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Tornado warning for Phoenix. Underwhelming winter. I don't know. I don't know, because that is kind of already not happening. Late March major nor'easter. A major city that gets an EF3+. See, I like that, but what are we counting as major city? Because, again, at the end of the year, I do want to go back through this bingo card and see if we did fill out any bingos. So I want to make sure that we're very specific here on what we end up saying. Like 100,000 plus people? Is it, does it have to have, like, a certain square mileage? Like, what's the deal there with big city? That's my question. Earthquakes are not technically counted as weather, Alan. EF2 plus in Oregon. I don't think there's any way that happens, so we're not going to throw that one on there. It definitely could be possible, but the chances are a little too low for something like that, really, to throw this on here. But I appreciate the guess. Hey, I'm not saying it's impossible, but 7 to 10 EF4 tornadoes? That's crazy. 100-mile-an-hour derecho? See, the problem with that one is that it's too likely to happen, in my opinion. I think that we will almost certainly see 100-mile-an-hour winds with some derecho event. Cat 5 for Carolinas. Torrey in Ohio. Tropical storm in Oklahoma. EF2 in the West Coast. See, again, it depends on what we're talking about whenever we say West Coast. Like, do we just mean West Coast states? Do we mean areas right hugging up along the West Coast there? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't control that, guys. It just automatically turns off comments for some reason. Huntsville, Alabama, EF3. I kind of like, who guessed, I do like the EF2 on the West Coast thing. I like that. I also kind of like Torrey in Ohio. We'll do both those. So we'll have, we'll title it as a strong tour, and we'll just say West Coast states in general count. So California, Oregon, Washington. Strong tour on West Coast. We'll throw that on there. And we'll throw that in blue text for, yeah. And then we'll also say Torrey in Ohio. Tornado emergency, just so everybody knows what a Torrey is in Ohio. There we go. And we'll make that text green for, yep. And there we go. Look at that. Alright, see you, Gooseman. Thank you for tuning in. EF2 for New England. See, I think that's a little too likely. Nocturnal Georgia EF4. So that's one where I like the idea of that, but I don't know if that, like, again, what are we considering nocturnal? Like after 8 p.m.? After midnight? And if so, when is the ending time for nocturnal? DVD-sized hail in Nebraska? Severe thunderstorm in Alaska? That's a little too likely. I mean, we had so many of those this year, and even last year, actually. Well, 2024 and 2023 is what I mean by that. Tornado warning within 30 miles of any point in Denver, Colorado. See, that one's like a little too specific, I feel like. And we just did do a tornado warning for a specific city, so. Flash flooding in SoCal, again, it's too likely. Tornado in Alaska that actually causes damage, too unlikely. There's never been an actual damaging Alaskan tornado, so. Gorilla hail in Chicago. Again, like, what are we considering gorilla hail? That's the only problem. Like, I like these ideas, but... See, the problem with tornado warning for Alaska is it's too unlikely. We've never had an Alaskan tornado warning. It's unfortunate. 100,000 acre plus fire in New England. Again, too unlikely, unfortunately. 2-mile wide tornado in Kansas. So, I'm gonna kind of steal your idea there, but we're not gonna put in Kansas because I feel like that's gonna be way too hard and too unlikely. But I kind of like the idea of a 2-mile wide plus tornado. How do we feel about that? 2-mile wide. We'll say 2+ mile wide tornado. And the goal for tonight is to fill this thing entirely out with ideas. So again, just keep throwing them at me here. Let's see how many creative outputs we can get with this. I don't know if that's the right term for that, but I used it. Okay, we'll do black for the final one. Okay. PDS blizzard warning. Fortunately, that is not a thing. There has been a 2-mile wide tour, yes. Super outbreak in Dixie. Yeah, the free space is going to be the California wildfires, since that's already happened. Again, I came up with this idea in my head about 4 hours ago, and one, I thought, I'm desperate for content right now because there's no weather happening. And two, I thought, that's actually a pretty good idea for a fun little stream here, so. Nocturnal Georgia EF4, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Again, the problem with that is that it's just so specific that it will probably be hard to get that. I know I requested, like, what counts as nocturnal, but I just don't think, I don't know. Extreme wind warning for North Carolina. That's a really good one. I feel like that's a little too unlikely, though. Because extreme wind warnings are only usually issued for major hurricanes or greater. In North Carolina, the last time they saw a major hurricane would be a while ago. 45% tornado risk. 95 Tor Watch. North Alabama tornado. See, that's too likely, honestly. EF5 hits more Oklahoma. Dang. Anticyclonic EF2 plus. The Greenfield tornado becomes EF5. See, that's like, again, that's like 2024, so we're not really going to count that. Cat 5 in Florida. I kind of like the idea of an anticyclonic EF2 plus tour. Whenever I say strong tour on these, by the way, that refers to EF2 plus. So we'll say strong anticyclonic tour. NATO. Okay. I feel like that's a little too likely, but we'll go for it. Why not? We got to have some of them be a little more likely than not because we need to actually make it possible to fill out this bingo card. Because remember, for a bingo, you got to have 5 in a row. In this first row, there's no way we're saying all these things. So, I don't know. Maybe we need to go a little bit easier from this point forward. I don't know. High risk in Kentucky? Let's do it. I don't know. We did just say we wanted to make it easier, though. And then also, if we threw in a high risk in Kentucky right next to 2 high risk there, that would make this diagonal line pretty much impossible. 100-mile-per-hour severe warning. Yeah, again, I think that's just a little too likely, but I did just request more likely things, so I'll shut up and throw it on there. 100-mile-per-hour. I just realized I made the California wildfires red whenever it should be blue, but I did it earlier, okay? 100-mile-an-hour severe warning. Let's do it. Why not? Yeah, we'll throw in a few of them here that are going to be a little easier. And at the end of the stream, we'll kind of go through what we think is the most likely bingo for us to achieve here. I got a good idea. I haven't thrown any on here yet. I want to say a PDS severe thunderstorm watch. Because obviously PDS Tornado Watch will see at least 1 or 2 of those this year. But PDS Severe Watches are a little more rare because they're always reserved for derechos pretty much. Okay. PDS Severe Watch now on the board and 100-mile-an-hour severe warning as well. Alright, see you, Sharon. Oh, sorry. I thought you were leaving. My fault. Tornado in Alaska. See, that's just too unlikely again because we just had one last year and Alaska typically gets a tornado once every 20 years or so. PDS Gritty Advisory. We can move them around later. It is possible, but I would have to make, I would have to change a lot for that, and I'm too lazy. I could just change it around on this paper, but then there'll be 2 different lists, and it would get confusing. So ideally, I'd like to have this be one thing, but if we do mess up bad, we can always change it, for sure. EF3 plus in Wyoming, little too unlikely in my opinion. 2% strong tornado. See, that one's like a little too likely. There's such a small sweet spot. You got to get in that little sweet spot there. Otherwise, this is going to be way too easy or way too hard. Someone actually makes the shirt. Oh my gosh. Large multi-vortex, it's fun. Again, what are we considering large? Torrey in Arkansas. I would do that, but we have a Torrey in Ohio in the same row. And sure, we could throw it in another row, but I don't know. Tornado in Hawaii. Big storm system, 1993 storm of the century. Again, we got to be we have to have specific parameters in place here. A day 6 enhanced risk. I like that, but let's say a day 6 or later enhanced risk. But that's a good one, Weston. That's actually a really good one. I like the idea of us playing around with the SBC risks here. I think we should do more of those, if you guys have any ideas. Day 6 or later enhanced risk. So we shrink that down to size and throw it in there. PDS Tour Watch 95.95. We've had a lot of requests for that. I think we should just do it. We'll throw it in there. Oh, dude, but then this one's going to be, like, impossible with 2 mile wide tornado next to it. We'll do that, but we'll throw it in this column. I kind of like the idea of the I column being a little bit easier here from what we've seen so far. Tornado warning for Phoenix is going to be the hard one in that one, if anything, though. So we'll say PDS, we'll say 95.95 Tour Watch, because obviously that would make it PDS. $95.95 Tour Watch. Okay. Center that a little bit better. There we go. High risk in June. High risk in March. Day 8, 15% risk. We'll say day 15 or day 8 risk in general. Day 8 risk. And we'll throw that in the O column just to make this a little bit easier since it's off to a very hard start with 2+ mile wide tornado. Double high risk. See, the problem with that is, again, super unlikely because there's only been 2 in history, and one of them was less than 2 years ago. It's not impossible, but I don't know. Enhanced risk in Iowa in November. See, the problem with that is that the enhanced risk, we don't see enhanced risk typically that far north in November. Strong drill bit. +30 death tornado. Okay. 30. How do we word that, though? Because that just is so dark. I mean, and also 30 is a lot. I don't know how I feel about the idea of playing around with the idea of, predicting lives lost. That's a little dark. What's up, Peachy? How's it going? PDS, what? Again, like we just had a derecho at Houston this year, so it's somewhat unlikely. October, moderate risk. Again, like a little bit too hard, I'd say. Slight risk from Canada to Mexico. What if we just say winter Kansas EF2+? That's still so unlikely. Blizzard warning, 60+ mile-an-hour winds. Didn't we already have that this year, though? I think we already had that. 5,000 Cape. I think that's a little too likely. Moderate risk bust. Again, like, what do we consider a bust? EF3+ in December. Okay. Why not? EF3+ in December. The crazy thing would be if we actually do manage to get a bingo here, because these are so oddly specific. Like Torrey in Ohio, day 6 or later, enhanced risk. Tornado warning for Phoenix. Like, these are so specific, and I kind of love that, because if we get one of these bingos, or even just one of the tiles right in general, that would be incredible. Flash flood emergency is far too likely. We typically see about 25 to 50 of those per year. Or greater, even, sometimes. Like this last year, I'm pretty sure we had more than 50. See, I've been I threw this in the thumbnail, and I'm debating whether or not we should just put straight up EF5 on there. I don't know. I think that's a little too hard, but it would just be such a shame not to have it on there. But again, whichever row it gets thrown in, that row is basically done. All the rows that it hits is basically done. I don't know, dude. I think that's a little too hard. Just do it. Yes, do it. Do it. Should we do it, chat? Alright, what the heck. Let's go. And... yeah. EF5. Here we go. We'll throw it in the green column. Oh, boy. Dude, that's wild to throw out there. Alright. The people wanted it, so there we go. It's crazy because it's been 12 years. $100-degree day in December. That's just not even possible. Even in like South Texas or South Florida. No, because that would just like ruin the whole board, Mr. Twister, because then none of the rows are completable, basically. I mean, that's... yeah, I don't know. Considerable severe on Long Island. Southward trip. I think the Long Island thing's a little too likely. You know what? We'll do it, though. We'll do it in honor of Mr. Storm. Considerable severe Long Island. Why not? I spelled island wrong. Okay, let's fix that. There we go, chat. So, other than the 2 mile wide plus tornadoes, so far the O column's not looking too impossible. And side to side, we've got several rows completed already. I'm not going to lie to you, top row, side to side, isn't totally impossible. It would have to be a crazy year for that. And honestly, the hardest thing on there would probably be getting, obviously, the 2 mile wide plus tornado, but then it would be 2 high risks, then tornado warning for Phoenix, then strong tour on West Coast. Tornado emergency in Ohio is certainly possible. That's probably like the easiest thing we have on the whole board. I mean, I don't know. Tour for Pevyland. What if we do, since this year had 4 EF4s, what if we do 5 EF4 plus? So again, EF4s or EF5s count, but we'll do 5 tornadoes EF4 plus, just to make things very clear. And I like the idea of that. That kind of feels like it should go in... I want to throw that in the blue column. Because that column so far has been so easy. Like, dude, that's actually so completable. So we got to make it a little harder. Because, again, strong tour on West Coast, that could definitely happen. That's the hardest one so far, but 5 tornadoes, EF4 plus. It's not super impossible. We already... oh, well, we have 2 high risks. Oh, we already talked about double high risk, so I don't really think that's a great idea. It seems a little too hard. Dow records 250 plus tour. I don't know. Because sometimes those are like controversial and they always have a decent range. Tory for Des Moines. Again, that would be too specific, too hard. How about distance on the ground? 100 miles, 200 miles? See, even like 100 miles is exceptionally rare to see. Like, I'm pretty sure the last time we had a tornado that tracked 100 plus miles was Mayfield. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Rolling Fork did it. And Port Arthur, Texas was only about 50. Mr. Stork. That's funny to see whenever it autocorrects to that. Severe warning in Oregon is way too possible. 7 moderate risks? That's so oddly specific. What if we do 10 plus moderate risks? We'll really throw it out there. And we'll throw that in the pink column. 10 plus moderate risks. That is so possible. How many did we have this year? Well over 10, I feel like. This year we had probably 15, 20. Yeah, actually 10 may have been a little too few. Yeah, we gotta have some easier ones so that it's somewhat possible to do. Yeah, if we were doing enhanced risks, it would have to be way more than that. It would have to be like 50 plus, but maybe not 50 plus, but you get it. I think we need to widen our range here of what we're gonna allow, because right now there's only like certain things that I'm allowing to be thrown on here. It has to be like such a certain range of chance of happening. 2 Cat 5s. I think that's far too possible because we're going to have a crazy hurricane season, I think. But I like that idea of throwing out more stuff other than just tornadoes and severe weather. Let's throw some hurricane stuff in there, some winter storm stuff. I don't know, though. The winter storm stuff's kind of iffy because we're already partially through the season. Obviously, we'll have the end-of-year season, but still. 2 separate tornadoes hit the same town. Again, like, what counts as middle Tennessee, though, Levi? That's my question. Sigma, Virginia. Why is that a real thing? Dude, it's over. It's over. Sigma, Virginia is what we've come to now. It's over. You know what? Yeah, we'll say 200 plus mile an hour, and we're gonna count gusts as well. Because there's no way we're seeing 200 mile an hour wind speeds plus. We'll say 200 mile an hour gust tornado. $200. Why is this not moving? Oh, okay. I was worried for a second that it was stuck there. 200 mile an hour plus gust hurricane. Did I say tornado? I meant hurricane. Okay. I'll update that for you guys. I haven't even been writing this down on my paper. I can do that later. I can always go back as well if, like if I lose this file, I can always go back and look at the stream and create a new one. Or just screenshot it. That's what I'll probably do because I'm lazy. As we've well established. Town gets hit twice by tornado. See, tornado moving southwest is too likely. Because, you know, also, like, what would count as that? Like, if it moves southwest for 5 seconds, or does the entire track have to be southwest generally? May hurricane. That is almost impossible. Not entirely impossible, but almost. Jamming to some Bossman D-Low. I don't know what that is. D-Lo. You know what? How about we do Levi's idea, but we do it like where it's going to be way easier. We're just going to straight up say one Tory in Tennessee, or in Middle Tennessee. You know what? Let's do it. Entire state of Tennessee. Tory in Tennessee. Again, we've got to have some easier ones on here, chat. And again, Tennessee's had some pretty crazy years for the past few years, so maybe it'll calm down, balance itself out. I doubt it, though, based on the way that Dixie Alley season is looking this year. For end of year and beginning of year, I might add. So we'll just say Tory in Tennessee. Change wildfires. And change California wildfires to wildfires in South, meaning states east and south of Tennessee. What? No, Tory in Texas is way too likely. When was the last year that we did not have a Tory in Texas? That's my question. I just think that's far too likely. Marginal risk in Alaska. Vine boom sound effect with that one. Should we pull up a soundboard just for fun? Whenever somebody says something crazy, we'll throw on some sounds. I've been seeing a lot of streamers do that. We can try it out just for this chill stream. Literally the first thing I search up is soundboard, and the first one that's on there is Vine Boom. It's crazy. Bro, Sam, you can't say stuff like that. What's up, Samuel Wilkinson? Moderate risk in Northeast. That's low-key a really good idea. I like that. I like that. We'll say moderate risk in Northeast, and we'll put it in the black column, the dreaded black column. Moderate risk in Northeast. And we have to agree on what Northeast is, but I think it's pretty well agreed upon, so if it does become like a controversy, we can discuss it after it happens. And, during, we can check these out throughout the year. Obviously, we'll do the checkup at the end of the year, but we can check these out throughout the year, Oh, my chat all just loaded at once. Destructive, severe for days. I'm not trying to dox myself. What if we go really wild here, chat? I've only come up with one so far, so I'm going to do another one. For the pink column, the easy column so far, we got to go wild. Destructive, severe in Montana. It happened last year. So let's see, chat. It also happened the year before, I believe. So we'll say destructive, severe in Montana. And again, it can be wind or hail. I want to mention some more of these, lower end events, but in more rare states, right? So we'll do destructive, severe in Montana. Sounds good. $6,000 Cape in North Dakota in January. Loki scared me a little bit. Severe thunderstorm in Cali. Too likely. 6 Tories on the same day. That would be quite the sight. It's happened before, but not any long time. March 31st, 2023 was 5 for anybody that was wondering about that. And the day of the Western Kentucky tornado last year was 4 Tories, 5 Tories. It's not 6 though. Guarantee you that. Snow in Houston. Probably not. Why do I look so locked in? EF4 in Colorado? A little too unlikely, I'd say. Yeah, what the heck. We'll throw it on there. We've been throwing some wild stuff on here. We're going to make it EF3 plus, though, in Colorado. I think that's more fair. We haven't done any Colorado stuff yet. We have EF3 plus in December, but not EF3 plus in Colorado. So we'll do that for the red column there. Red column's not terribly hard, but it's going to be quite tricky to get tornado warning for downtown Phoenix. Whenever we say for Phoenix, it has to include downtown. It can't just be scraping the suburbs. And then EF3 plus in Colorado would probably be the only other somewhat hard thing on there. Everything else would be pretty easy. I think the Colorado thing's going to be the hardest. Davis sees a tornado. And, like, what counts as a deep freeze in Texas? More Oklahoma gets hit again. 69,000 instability North Pole. It's crazy. Not necessarily Indiana Hamilton. It's not always the case. EF0 to EF2 in Utah? A little too likely. EFU to EF2 is what they usually are in Utah. Really, EFU to EF1. No electricity. RIP. Category 5 hitting Davis. Okay. That's great. EF2 plus in Michigan UP. I like that idea. Why not? Wait, so we'll just phrase it as strong door Michigan UP. After every event, I'm going to be scrolling through this bingo card, checking if any of these things have been, I just spaced out. If any of these things have been checked off after every event. What am I yapping about? Derecho for New England. Yeah, deep freeze in Texas may happen next week based off of the GFS's latest trends, pushing the 540 line into Mexico, but Davis right along with storm chasers. EF3 plus in Florida, a little too likely with all the hurricanes. %60 tornado risk. Probably not going to see that. You know, everybody talks about when's the last time we saw an EF5. The last time we saw a 60% hatch tornado risk. It's the reason they don't talk about that is because it's only happened twice. But one of them was a day 2 60% hatch tornado risk, which is pretty crazy. Can you imagine being in one of those? What that means is that it would be more likely for you to see a tornado that day in your town than to not. I can't even fathom it. Dixie Alley moderate in June. A little too likely again. Derechos. We had one of those in 23, and the one in 2024 was in May, I think. I'm thinking of the March one in 2024. That's right. The one that way underperformed. Which row or column do I think is most likely to verify? Well, I'm not done with all of them yet. But you know, I just looked at this. Okay, how do I describe this? The bottom left to the top right, diagonally, starting with destructive severe in Montana, definitely possible. 200 mile per hour plus hurricane, definitely possible. And it doesn't have to be a recorded gust, just NHC's estimates. Free space, day 6 or later enhanced risk may be a little tricky. And then 2+ mile wide tornado, that's going to ruin a lot. That's so tricky. We may have started this out too tricky. Oh, thank you, Sam, for the $1 donation. Let's get some W Sams in chat. Greatly appreciate your generosity. Let's throw you up there on the dono board. First of the day. Don't know. And we'll title it Sam $1. Okay. There we go. So, we need 2 more, chat. 2 more ideas. Hope I get 4K by March. I don't know. That's low-key a good goal to set. But 400 plus tornadoes in April. You realize that would mean an average of over 10 per day? That would be quite the April. Has that ever happened in April? I mean, if it were going to happen in a month, I think the most active month ever was actually in May, I believe. Most active, we'll say most tornadoes in 1 month ever. 800. Okay, I'm dumb. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. April 2011 did not happen. Nope. I didn't say that. 2024 had 4. Please tell me you're trolling. I can't look this stupid. Okay, to be fair though, 2024 April was insane. Don't clip that. 3 EF1 plus tours on the ground at the same time. A little too likely, I think. I just say that, though, and I don't know, actually. The thing is, that would be too hard to tell, because what if it's like a nighttime event, and we don't know exactly when they touch down and when they lift, you know? Cat 5 hurricane impacting Davis on his birthday. That's crazy. From one storm. Tornado in Europe? That'll probably happen. Up. Tornado in Oklahoma on no thunderstorm day. A high-risk day with no tornadoes? That is very unlikely. We've seen busts of high-risk days, but not that big of a bust. Don't take that out of context. EF4 in France. I mainly want this to be like a US thing. Otherwise, most of the stuff that we have on here is going to end up being invalid. Just invalid because, I mean, like, it's going to be too easy. Like, strong anticyclonic tornado, that'll happen somewhere in the world, yeah. But yeah, there's never been a high-risk day with no tornadoes. Strong tour on thunderstorm day. A Tory not producing. That's only happened once, so I only wanted to throw that on there. It's also just going to spin up so much controversy. The brain rot is crazy. Mr. Twister accidentally face reveals. Okay. Tornado that crosses the Canada-USA border. Low-key a good idea. I don't know, though. A little too unlikely, I'd say. I don't know, dude. That's... yeah, we'll do it. Since the green column's already impossible anyways, because it says EF5, so we'll do it. Why don't we just make the bottom column impossible too? Actually, so far it's pretty easy, so we should make it a little harder. Tornado crosses US-Canada border. I was thinking we'd do Canada and Mexico, but then that's far too likely if either one of them counts, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm not funny. I'll stop. Okay, there we go. One more. One more. Horizontal vortices. Wedge in Wedgefield, Florida. We had a wedge close to Wedgefield, Florida this last year. So, what's up, 40 Hoosier? Cat 2 plus hits Cali. Far too unlikely considering, other than Hillary, which was not even a hurricane at landfall, they have not had a tropical system hit them in many a year. When I say many a year, 80. Anybody wondering exact numbers? 220 plus gate to gate shear. Little too likely in my opinion. Breaking. Tornado hits. Tornado alley launcher flipped. Aurora scene in Texas? Oh, you mean like for the card? I thought you meant like tonight. I was like, what? There's no northern... Okay. That's low-key not a bad idea. Aurora in Texas. Is that what we finish off with, chat? We'll throw a poll out. Do we throw that out? I feel like it's a little easy, but again, we've been looking for some easier ones, so... Aurora in Texas. We're throwing a poll out, chat. I want to make this last one very dramatic, so put so much thought into this, as I'm sure everybody will. I say that, and 10 votes coming in the first second. Oh, dude, it's like 50-50. Oh, dude, it's literally, 60-40. Remember, guys, this is the final one, so if we put this on here, that means it's all it's. EF3 in Arkansas, just in our Wind Dancer media. I feel like that's just too likely. Hey, thank you, Alan Crow, for the $1 donation. Thank you very much for your generosity and support. Greatly appreciated. W. Allen in the chat with the 99 cents. Alan, 99 cents. Thank you very much. Okay. 54-46. Holy cow. Dude. $52.48. Yo. Bro, people are throwing out alts and stuff just to make it 50-50. That's just the goal at this point, isn't it? It's crazy. Dude, I'm so confused what's happening. We'll stop that poll whenever it gets to 40 votes. You can use alts or whatever, I guess. Since people are already doing that, can't really stop at this point. Maybe make it Aurora in Colorado or New Mexico if you think Texas is too unlikely. Well, I think Texas is too likely is my thingy. Thingamajigger. Vote yes or you're not Sigma. Alright, that's 40 votes. Alright, that's not the last one then, chat. It literally was like 70-30 yes to no at one point. That's crazy. Well, we need one more. We had Justin R. Windancer Media recommending EF3 Plus in Arkansas, but again, I just think that's too likely, you know? Like, it's almost certain, like, pretty much every year we do end up seeing an EF3 Plus in Arkansas, you know? Rigged. The allegations are crazy. Okay, chat. EF4 plus in Florida. Is that too unlikely, though? Tornado in Utah, too likely. Bahamas, Aurora. We already have an Aurora one on there, so I kind of want to do something else. Not a bad idea, though. Wait, where is the Aurora one? I can't find it. Dude, where did I put that? Did I not put that down? I thought I put that down. Oh, wait, no. I'm dumb. I'm actually so dumb. That was the one that we did the whole poll on. Why am I... Okay. Tropical Storm to Cat 5. Our average tours are actually EF2. Well, we're saying, like, if it happens at all throughout the year, so... Like, 2024, we had an EF3, multiple of them. 2023, we had EF3s. 2022, we had EF3s. It's just too likely, you know. Canada gets 100 plus. See, that's like too... I don't even know what that is. Like, I guess it's not a terrible idea. It's just too hard to measure, because there's not going to be a, yeah, you know. EF3 plus land spout. PDS in Wyoming. PDS in Wyoming. You know what? For all these, we're going to throw out a poll since it's the final one. But PDS in Wyoming, I like that. I think it's poll worthy. PDS in Wyoming. What do y'all think, chat? We're throwing out a poll. Vote on it. There we go. Do we throw that out there? And remember, this is asking if we should put it on the card, not will it happen, you know? Oh, what? It all just glitched out. Davis sees thunder snow. Probably not going to happen, unfortunately. 50-50. Bro, don't just focus on making it 50-50. Just vote, please. Dude, it's crazy. Chat, should I clip this stream, like cut this stream up and turn it into one big video? How do I have glitter on my forehead? The last time I touched glitter was second grade. Okay. Bro, the 50-50 voting is crazy. Eventually, I'm just going to have to decide this myself. Alright. I agree we should do an Aurora one, but people voted no on Aurora in Texas. Mainly because of 50-50 voting, I think. It's crazy we created a whole term tonight for that. EF6 in Alaska. That's going to be the next suggestion. 49-51. Again, we'll stop it at 40 votes since that's what we stopped the last one at. I like that idea so much, though. I think it's a little unlikely compared to what we'd like, but... It's like the best suggestion we've had in a while, you know? Like, that's a better idea than most of them on the card, I feel like. Snow in Tallahassee. Put EF 777. Oh, one vote away. It is 51-49. Please don't do 50-50 voting. Just put what you think, please. Please, just... This is so dumb. Hey, that's 40 votes. Alright, that's it. You got it, chat. I can already see the outrage starting. PDS in Wyoming. The final one. Okay, okay. So, chat, people are more upset than whenever I say no look at stream. It's crazy. Okay. Imagine I spelt it wrong or something stupid for the final one. Alrighty. Davis has no worries, that's fine. I know it's true. That got depressing fast. Davis does weather mass unfollowing. Okay, you actually can't say stuff like that, Sam. That's crazy. Well, that's the bingo card, chat. So again, we'll check up maybe, you know what? I like this idea. We'll do a checkup every month. We'll do a checkup stream every month and then cross off any of them if we have them. We won't do it for the individual events. We'll do updates. You know what I'm saying? Unless nothing happens. I do think I should clip this up, though, and turn this into a video. And I think... then I have to actually download the file for this, though. We will see an EF12 in Ohio. You say EF12, I just said F12. It's crazy. Even crazier. It's wild. Okay. None of these will happen till the spring. Well, some of them can't happen in the spring. We should have done, like, some more earlier month-focused ones. Like, this blink will happen in January, just to wipe it out. But again, we're already part of the way through January, so it's a little tricky to do, which is why we already, we did the wildfires. We wrote it down for the free space. Which idea do I think is most likely? You mean, like, which column do I think we'll probably get a bingo on? I don't think we're going to get a bingo, looking at how hard this is now, but if we were to get one, Chad, I'm not going to lie to you, the red column looks somewhat possible. Bottom right to top left is somewhat possible. Bottom left to top right is somewhat possible. Blue line is not out of the question. It's mostly, these are like all somewhat completable things, and then there's always like one insane one. No, you're good, Sam. Okay. I'm just locked in right now. Not saying anything. EF5 is the insane one? Yeah. That's why I didn't even mention the green column being possible. The black column is also extremely unlikely, mainly due to day 8 risk and PDS in Wyoming, as well as 2-mile wide tornado, obviously. 95-95 Tor Watch is crazy hard. What was the May 6th? Was it 95-90? May 6th, 2024. Tornado Watch PDS. Bro deleted his own message. It's crazy. Was it 95, 95, 95, 90? We haven't seen a 95, 95 tornado watch since March 25th, 2021. Well, we probably haven't seen a PDS in Wyoming for even longer than that, to be honest. That's kind of a crazy one to end off on. I like it, though. Green column is happening. Dude, the only problem with it, like, I intentionally put the EF5 there. Didn't I, like, move it around a bunch? No. Well, I tried to make the green column easy. I didn't even try it first, but then we threw EF5 in there, so after the fact, I was like, this is already pretty easy other than EF5, so let's just keep making it easy, so... crazy. Oh, it isn't you. It's crazy. Other than EF5, like, that is an extremely completable column. Like, Torino High would probably be the next hardest thing. Either that or maybe Tornado crosses US-Canada border could be somewhat interesting, but... yeah, March 2021 had, like, 3 high risks, so... March 31st, 2023 was 95.90 and 90.90. Yeah, I knew the Upper Midwest one was 95.90 and skib. Okay, well, now that I just said skib for no reason, I think it's time to end off this stream here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for your help on this. Again, we'll do intermittent checkups on this throughout the year. And then after we're done checking up on them, I guess the rest of the streams will just be chill streams, like those particular streams that we do where we check up on the card. We almost hit 50 likes. It's pretty nice considering it's been a minute since we've done one of these streams. So again, thank you all for participating, and I will see you guys in